I'm going to give an overview of what is a connector in the Tuva project. So the Tuva project is this large universe of open source tools that are needed to build a healthcare data platform or to go from raw, messy data into insights. The Tuva data model is the heart and soul of the Tuva project. It's a data model designed for healthcare data analytics. And to get data into the Tuva data model, we use connectors. Connectors are just data pipelines that map your raw healthcare data sources into the Tuva data model. So here's how the Tuva data model works. We have what we call the Tuva input layer. This is just a common data model for raw claims and clinical data. And this Tuva input layer is composed of multiple tables. There's claims tables that are designed to model raw claims data. There's clinical tables that are designed to model raw clinical data. And together, all these tables form this data model that we call the Tuva input layer. It's a data model designed to model raw healthcare data. If your data is in the Tuva input layer format, the Tuva DBT package can run off of it and produce this universe of data marts that's populated with thousands of concepts that are useful for healthcare data analytics. You get all of this for free if your raw healthcare data is in the Tuva input layer, because the Tuva DBT package will produce that automatically. If you have multiple data sources, mapping each of these data sources into the Tuva input layer requires a connector for that data source. A connector is just a data pipeline that maps that data source to the Tuva input layer. So for example, you might have a connector to map one of your claims data sources to the Tuva input layer, a different connector for a different claims data source. You might have a different connector to map the backend of your EHR system into the Tuva input layer, and you might have a different connector to map a Fire feed to the Tuva input layer. Each connector is just a DBT project that maps a particular healthcare data source into the Tuva input layer. And in that DBT project, you may import the Tuva DBT package so that when DBT runs, you not only map your raw data to the Tuva input layer, but you also get the Tuva package to build this whole universe of data marts for free. There's pre-built connectors that we've already built, and we've developed these to map standard and common healthcare data sources to the Tuva input layer. We've built connectors for common medical record systems, for fire sources that are common, or for claim sources. These are all just DBT projects that map these standard data sources to the Tuva input layer. There's custom connectors, so if your data is in a data format for which we have not built a pre-built connector, you need to build a custom connector. And this is just a DBT project that you're going to build that maps your raw data source to the Tuva input layer.